Howdy, y'all. This is Paul, the Redneck Thinker. What we have here is a channel to communicate. I want you folks to be thinking by the time you leave my videos. Why? Because I'm tired of people talking via what other people tell them to think. So, watch my video and enjoy the chance to think for yourself. Oh, and if you don't mind, like, subscribe, comment. And I've got a link tree down below that's got my social media, and it has my Patreon if you want to help out. Thank y'all. So, we're going to cover the Gotti Wars, taking down America's most notorious mobster by John Gleeson. John Gleeson was the AUSA that served on one of the earlier Gotti federal trials that went very badly. It was because Neil Delacroce died, and unfortunately, they weren't as prepared to handle Gotti as would have been necessary. So, he spent his time as an AUSA learning how to be better. Then he took down Gotti. He also became a judge not long after that. He's since retired from his federal judgeship, and he became a criminal defense lawyer. But, he took down Gotti, was federal judge for several years, well, for like 20. So we're going to cover this book that tells about what it took to finally take down John Gotti, the Dapper Don. So John Gotti came at like an interesting time in American history. He came when people were starting to pay more attention to certain types of people. And I mean, it's not like the mafia wasn't already well known. It wasn't like that the mafia didn't have folks that became popular. But the world was waking up a little bit to a lot of things, especially here in America, because we were starting to get some technological advances. But at the same time, the U.S. government was going, no, we can't have these kind of people. So John Gotti got himself into power mostly because he didn't want to die. He probably would never have been boss if it hadn't been for the fact that, well, he was going to be taken out by Castellano. And Gotti got lucky. He picked people like Gravano and so many others around him that were better at what he needed to do. But because he had the right people around him, he still made it hard for people like Gleeson to convict him. But Gleeson just needed to pull in the right people at the right time. And so Gleeson still got lucky in this conviction. So Gleeson was sitting there getting his case together. It had been made a little bit weaker because he had had to take on another case to mix in with the case against Gotti. When he got contacted by the FBI, they said, hey, Sammy Gravano's wanting to turn. You got to talk to his wife. And that's what led up to Sammy the Bull testifying, not just against Gotti. The Gotti conviction was one of the major ones, but he testified before Congress. He ended up testifying in several cases. Sammy the Bull became a legend by turning. He became the first of the major bigwigs that turned against their own. And John Gleeson was there, and this book covers all of that. He covers what he had with Sammy the Bull, what he had to contend with by Gotti, by the lawyers such as Cutler. This book has got a lot of information in it, and it's really good. Now look, Not many people today can go without being able to say that they've seen something about mafia. And on top of that, the mob tube here on YouTube. Okay, it's here on YouTube. I'm also on Rumble, and for you folks on Rumble, hey, Michael Francis is on there. I don't know if Sammy the Bull Gravano's on there. But there is a mob tube. There are podcasts. There are videos. It's big business. That wasn't the reason I got this book. There's something that I'm researching that I'm trying to understand better to be able to present to people. But this book, holy cow, it gave me another video topic, not just what I was looking for. This is a great book to read. I like John Gleeson. He's honest. He's just realistic to hear, well, to read some of the background to what was going on back then was amazing. This book is a 10 out of 10. This book, history wise, legal wise, everything, this is a great book to read. So, if you get a chance, pick up this book. It's called The Gotti Wars. It's by John Gleeson, an Irishman that took down one of the big bosses of the Italian Mafia. You folks have a good day now. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. See ya. Folks, I just want to say thank you for listening. I want to thank you for taking your time. I want to hear what your comments are about what you think on this topic, because your comments are what's important, not necessarily mine. I don't care if you're Republican. I don't care if you're conservative. I don't care if you're liberal. I don't care if you're Democrat. I want to hear your opinion on these topics. I want to thank you yet again for listening to my video. Like, subscribe, and all that other hoopla. This has been Paul, the Redneck Thinker. Y'all have a good day now. Bye.